By the time she woke up, it was already dark. Joker looked around and found out she is in a room filled with pregnant women like herself. Joker did not understand what was going on. She asked one of the other ladies sleeping beside her what was happening, but she eased and went back to sleep. She also warned Joker not to disturb her sleep again. Joker could not sleep the entire night as screams of women giving birth filled the air. In a small town in Nigeria, there lives a wealthy businesswoman, Madam Funmi. She owns a big skincare industry with various outlets around the country. Madam Fumi's organic cream is well known and it soon became a household name in a few years of its creation. Both the rich and poor patronize Fumi's organic cream with no one questioning her methods or how she helps people achieve a clear and beautiful skin. Meanwhile, Joke, a very beautiful lady, just migrated from a small village in Ondo to Lagos State. She spent her childhood in Ondo with her aged parents. While growing up, Joke and her family lived from hand to mouth, and feeding was a great difficulty, even though her parents had just two children. At the age of 18, Joke moved to her auntie's place in Lagos in search of greener pastures. She did all kinds of odd jobs to make ends meet, but everything doesn't seem to work for her. After 3 years in Lagos State, Joke met a man called Habib. Habib is a meat seller in a popular Lagos market. Joke buys meat from Habib every weekend, and before long, the two began to engage in long conversations. Habib would complain about the loss he incurs every time he sells his goods and how he makes just little profit. And Joke would also tell him how she finds it hard to get customers for her business. After a while, Joke and Habib became lovers. Months later, Joke became pregnant and informed Habib. Habib was very happy at first, but he warned Joke not to tell anyone about her pregnancy. He told Joke that he would soon take her to his mother, and before then, he wouldn't want any of her family to know about her pregnancy. If your parents know that you're pregnant without me paying for your bride price, I'm sure they will not be happy with me. So please kindly keep it a secret. Habib pleaded with Joke. Joke understood immediately and she promised not to tell anyone about her pregnancy. A few days later, Habib took Joke to a very big house with a large compound and security. Joke was surprised because Habib never mentioned to her that he has a wealthy family. She was accepted with open arms by maids in the house and was entertained with different kinds of delicacies. A few moments later, Habib excused himself and Joke waited for hours without seeing him again. She slept off on the couch after waiting for him to come back without seeing him. By the time she woke up, it was already dark. Joke looked around and found out she is in a room filled with pregnant women like herself. Joke did not understand what was going on. She asked one of the other ladies sleeping beside her what was happening, but she eased and went back to sleep. She also warned Joke not to disturb her sleep again. Joke could not sleep the entire night as screams of women giving birth filled the air. The next morning, Joke asked another pregnant lady, Ife, who seemed a bit friendly, but she told Joke that it is not allowed for them to speak at length. We are not allowed to ask questions, you know. The camera is watching us and anyone talking to you will be disciplined. Don't worry, you can always see our madam and she will explain everything to you. In the mornings, the girls are given fruits as breakfast and they are required to fetch water from the tap in the compound and fill the drums in the halls. Then they will have to sweep different portions of the compound until it's sparkling clean. After that, the girls will wash the cream plastics in the factory inside the compound, and this will go on until noon, after which they will have their breakfast. The washing of cream plastics will continue again until 6 p.m. when they will close for the day, have their dinner, and retire to bed. Discussing or engaging in other activities will attract different kinds of punishments, including frog jump and flogging with horsewhips. There are also guards who stand by the door to prevent anyone from leaving the factory until they are done with their chores. Joke was doing her chores when she counted all the pregnant women working, and she was surprised that there were more than 15. She did not understand what was going on, and she needed an answer badly. Joke is the only one with a pregnancy in the early stage. Others were far gone and some were in their third trimester. After having a breakfast by 12, Joke told the guard that she did not understand what was going on. The guard then took her to their master, Mrs. Funmi, the cream seller. When she got to her, Joke asked Funmi what was going on and why she was there. Madame Funmi was surprised at the question and Joke's audacity. She asked Joke if Habib did not explain why she was there. No, ma. Habib only told me that he was taking me to his mother, and I do not understand why he brought me here. Joke answered, scared of Funmi's piercing eyes. Well, I'm sorry to hear this, but Habib has been working for me for more than 10 years now. He already has a wife and 5 kids, and I wonder why a young girl like you could be so dumb to believe he is single. Joke was shocked to hear this. She asked Madame Fumi if she could speak to Habib, but she told him that she had already paid him for her unborn child, and she cannot leave until she gives birth to the child. Joke pleaded with Fumi to have mercy on her and let her leave because she is not aware of such an arrangement. But Fumi's mind was already made up. She told Joke that she can only let her leave if she pays up her money, which runs into millions. When Joke asked and she discovered that it was a lot of money, which she couldn't afford, she then asked if she could call her parents to tell them where she was. But Fumi replied that anyone seen with a phone will be killed immediately. Joke was shocked to hear this. Cold shivers ran through her spine and she promised Fumi that she will never call anyone or disobey her. She got up quickly, shaking like a jellyfish, and she cried as she walked back to the factory. Joke did not understand why Abib could be so heartless to sell his unborn child without even discussing it with her. She could not do anything, so she accepted her faith and continued to live there, hoping that she would deliver and go back home. But when Joke asked the girls what happens to babies born there, but none of the girls knows what happens to those who give birth and leave because none of them have come back to the house. A girl and her sister, Ego and Chica, had come to Funmi's place with the intention of giving birth, taking the money and changing their lives for good. They lied to their parents that they were going to work in Ghana, whereas they were still in Nigeria. A friend introduced them to an elderly man who helps girls in their village travel overseas and introduced them to the baby making business. He told them that they will be paid a huge amount of money for giving birth to healthy babies. At first, the girls told him they were not interested in that. They only wanted to travel outside the country. Then, the man told them that they would be needing a large sum of money to travel outside the country, so he advised them to take the baby making offer and use the money to travel outside the country. The girls did not have much choice since they needed the money badly, so they agreed. He asked them to meet him when they are 3 months pregnant and he would take them there. The girls met him after 3 months and he took them to Madame Fumi's place. He was paid 50% of the money Madame Fumi would be paying the girls for the babies, and the girls did not see him after this. Ego's sister, Chica, gave birth 6 months after their arrival, and Madame Fumi showed her a fake alert showing that she has paid 2 times the amount into her account. Chica was very happy and grateful to Madame Fumi. Madame Fumi then asked Chica if she was interested in staying and trying to get pregnant 3 months later again, but Chica declined the offer. Fumi explained the benefits of staying and birthing more babies, but Chica declined, saying she only needed the money to travel outside the country. After trying to convince Chica without any success, Fumi told Chica that her guards will be dropping her off at a village as soon as she's strong enough, and she wished her best of luck. Chica asked Madame Fumi what would happen to her baby, but she did not respond. At this point, Chica was allowed to see the other pregnant girls to tell them that she has been paid and will be going back home. This is the only time Madame Fumi allowed the girls to talk to each other for only 5 minutes throughout their stay in the house. Fumi believed that doing this will make the girls happier and work more diligently and wait patiently for their due dates without asking further questions. And it worked. The girls were always surprised that Madame Fumi always paid twice the amount promised, and it made them do everything she says, so they could also get paid double the amount. The girls did not know that it was all a lie and the alert was fake. Joke always have a bad feeling that Madame Fumi was up to no good, but she doesn't have any proof of this. But the fact that she could subject them to hard labor despite their pregnant state shows that she doesn't have empathy. Only God knows what she does with the babies. Joke would always wonder. Joke hated Abib for abandoning her in a place like Madame Fumi's place, when she never complained that she was scared of having a child. She never intended to give out a child to a total stranger, but it seems late now since she couldn't do anything about it. She vowed to make him pay for the hardship he subjected her to and get her baby back wherever they take it to. A few weeks later, Chica was fit to leave, but before she left, she told Ego, her sister, that she will do everything to get in touch with her when she gets home. The plan is for Chica to wait at home while Ego delivers and they will travel out of the country together when she arrives. But Chica was shocked when she was blindfolded as she entered the vehicle said to be taking her home. It was a very long ride, and when she opened her eyes, it was inside a large compound with young girls of different ages standing by the gate and wearing skimpy dresses. Chica did not understand what was going on. She told the guard that her contract with Madame Fumi was over and that she needs to leave immediately, but the guards did not say anything. They dragged her to her room as she refused to move, and they soon began to eat her. A guard moved closer to her and she said, "You are not smart at all. Did you think Madame Fumi would let you go after knowing all her secrets? Well, welcome to your new life. You are here to serve Madame's men, and when you get pregnant, you will go to the other house where you are coming from. Then you will come back here when you give birth, and the cycle continues. Enjoy your stay." The guard laughed mysteriously as she touched her cheek. Chica bowed her head and cried her eyes out that night. They followed the same routine in the house, but she did not go out when the alarm for dinner sounded. She felt bad for her younger sister because they never bargained for any of this. She could not imagine Ego going through labor and coming to serve as a prostitute after childbirth. She just couldn't imagine it. That night, Chica could not sleep as she heard screams of some young girls and how the men raped them. She covered her ears with pillows as some of the girls sobbed throughout the night when they got back to the room. At one point, Chica sat on her bed and she began to regret her actions. She wished that she had never convinced her sister Ego to come with her. She could remember vividly how Ego was against the idea from the beginning. Ego advised that they save up funds from their hustle in the village instead of getting pregnant and risking their lives. She also recalled how they both slept with random guys just to get pregnant. It then dawned on her that it was all her fault, and she wouldn't forgive herself if anything happened to Ego. Chica began to think of an escape, but nothing came to her head. A few weeks passed, and Chica was expecting Ego because she must have passed her due date and given birth, but she did not see her. However, Joke came 3 months later, and she broke the news of Ego's death to Chica. Chica screamed as Joke explained that Ego had died during childbirth because she lost a lot of blood and they could not get her blood on time. So she died. Joke explained to Chica how Madame Fumi was only concerned about the baby. Ego's labor pains began at midnight and we all could not go back to sleep. I tiptoed to the door of the labor room to see how Madame Fumi would deliver the baby. The doctor told her that he needs to operate on Ego, but Madame Fumi said she doesn't have money to pay for operation. She told the doctor to evacuate the baby since that is the most important thing. I shivered at the sight of Ego when she began to convulse, and silence enveloped the room. There was no baby cry and no more screams. The doctor packed her immediately in a bag and I ran off in fear. I have never seen a dead person before. Ego was my first. Joke paused with tears building up in her eyes. I could not sleep throughout that night because I believed it could be me. Honestly, I thought I was finally free to leave that hell when I gave birth to my baby. I did not know that my suffering had just begun. I did not know that I would be brought here to be used as a sex slave. Joke sobbed as she narrated Ego's childbirth story to Chica. Chica could not control herself any longer. She got up and tore her top, to Joke's surprise. Chica then started laughing hysterically as she ran out of the room. Joke called the guards to let them know that something was wrong with Chica. They tried to stop her, but she beat everyone who stopped her and hit them with stones and different dangerous objects. She saw a keg of fuel by the gate, and she quickly picked it up. She poured the fuel on the floor and tried to light a matchstick, and the gateman and the guards ran off. Chica chased the gateman and she beat him continuously as she asked him to open the gate. The gateman and the other guards tried to hold her down, but she kept biting them all over their bodies, and they had no choice but to open the door for her to leave. As Chica got out of the compound, she ran as fast as her legs could carry her. After hearing what Funmi did to her sister, Chica had to pretend to be crazy to help her escape and get justice for her dead sister. She wants Funmi to pay for killing her sister. Moreover, she doesn't know what Funmi does with the babies and she needs to find out. She found out that the estate is very big and the guards may catch up with her soon enough. So she hid behind the fence in an abandoned building and she watched the guards as they drove away. Minutes later, the guards returned and Chica heaved a sigh of relief. By nightfall, Chica, with a heavy heart, a guilty conscience and regret for contributing to her sister's death, she walked out of the estate as hot tears trickled down her face.